Welcome back to Canyon, Texas BritKare Courts here at the Box Home Campus, West Texas A&M. Day one of the BritKare Lady Buff Classic. I'm Lucas Kinsey. Joining me is Willa Bracken and the Thunder Vision production crew bringing you 5 matches throughout today. This is the second match of the day. Our first match was a close one. It was an intense match between St. Mary's University and Davenport. St. Mary's, the Rattlers, were able to win in 5, 3-2, defeating Davenport. And now, Willa, the attention goes here, too, as we get more maroon and white clad fans entering into the box. The temperature, yes, outside is heating up, but inside it's heating up as well, because the fans want to see the defending national champion West Texas A&M Lady Buffs. A lot of excitement, and there should be, around Kendra Pott's team this season.
Yes, definitely. We can see that with West Texas A&M, the reigning Division II national champions, going against the East Central Tigers, named number 7 pick in their Great American Conference. We can see that this is definitely going to be a good match for hopefully West Texas A&M. Not only that, but we can see that West Texas A&M's head coach, this is her 5th season. However, East Central has a new coach coming. This is her first season with East Central, so that should be an interesting thing to see with their strategy.
All right, let's look at the East Central Tigers starting lineup here. You mentioned it, first-year head coach Danielle Essex. And for Coach Essex, some good players coming back, including number 19, Emma Strickland, a junior all-GAC Great American Conference selection. She was second in kills in the conference last year with 465. That actually set a single-season record at East Central University. Last season, the Tigers won 15 matches. That was a new record for them. Overall record last year was 15-17, and so it's a team that they're going to bring back a few players that have experience, but they're also going to play some young players. They start a freshman, Brooke Sarahina. They also start another freshman, Kaylee Henderson, who's a 6'2 middle from McKinney, Texas. We will also see a sophomore libero in Macy McCamus. And so some youth on this team, but I think for Coach Coach Essex, she likes her club. She likes their energy. Watching them warm up on the court when I was down below talking to both head coaches, they have some girls who can get up off the floor, look like they're going to be athletic and bring a lot of energy. Speaking of being athletic, bringing a lot of energy, and especially bringing energy in this building. The West Texas A&M Lady Buffs, you look at last season, and we're not going to talk too much about last season because, as Kendra Potts has said in a lot of her interviews over the summer and in the preseason camp, we got to move on. We got to get ready to defend the title. Last season was great. We celebrated. We put up the banner. We got the championship rings, but now we want to do it back-to-back. Last year, 33-4 season, 4th national championship in program history as the Lady Buffs won the national championship. They finished the Lone Star Conference. This is one of the things that was most impressive to me. They went unblemished, undefeated in Lone Star Conference play, which is very hard to do. It's one of the best conferences in the country. So this season, Willa, not only are teams like East Central or Davenport, who are out of conference, wanting a piece of the Lady Buffs, once they get into conference matches, everybody in the Lone Star Conference, they want to take down West Texas A&M as well.
Exactly, and I think that you brought up the mentality of head coach Kendra Potts. I think that mentality is definitely going to be going on to the girls in terms of this match and the ones moving forward. She's right, we shouldn't dwell on the past, and I think that it's going to make a great season for our Lady Buffs. But we do have to mention the fact that last season they were number 2 regional spot, and they were able to completely, like you said, take down the Lone Star Conference and take down Division II as a whole. So I think that we definitely have a good matchup today between West Texas A&M and East Central.
Let's look at the West Texas A&M Lady Buff starters for today, and a lot of faces that you'll see, and you go, okay, she's back too. They just reloaded basically West Texas A&M headlining the starting lineup. Tori Miller, preseason Lone Star Conference Offensive Player of the Year. Also Tatum Stowe, the Defensive Player of the Year in the preseason last year, an All-American. Both of those players All-Americans. Cammie Jones, a lot of experience that she brings from that hitter position. Briley Contreras is back as the libero, along with Emma Patterson, who we'll see as a great defensive player as well. And then some new faces for WT. One of those faces, she wasn't new in terms of being on the team. She was on the team last year, just did not play, and that's Carly Evitz. And a lot of people are talking about Carly. You lose a player like Kayla Elliott, who is a tremendous middle for several seasons for West Texas A&M. How do you replace her? Well, Carly Evitz, 6'2", originally from Canyon, transferred in last season, was practicing with the team. And I remember talking to Tori Miller in the spring after they'd already won the national championship, so in the offseason, saying, how's the offseason going? Tori said, it's going great. She said, we have incredible competition every single day. She singled out Carly Evitz and said, Carly's playing so well. We're excited for her. She makes everyone better with her defense and also with her offense at the net. And so they've got Blair Moreland back, who's a setter. Ainsley Malice also played setter. She's back. And here's the other thing that you have to talk about with this team, Willa, is over the last 3 seasons, this is the record for WT in this building, in the box. 34 wins, 1 loss.
I think they're definitely going to uphold that again today, keep that those losses to a minimum. And you speak of Carly Everett. I think that this is a great opportunity to show what she brings for the team. And Tori Miller, what an amazing player. Definitely one of the offensive leaders on this team. Not only was she, again, named All-American Offensive Player, but also we have to realize that she is just such a power hitter on this team. She is so in control and so comfortable. But again, I think this gives Carly Everett an amazing opportunity to show what she brings to this team.
Our public address announcer down below, Brad Stark, talking about Kendra Potts, and of course last year the National Coach of the Year. Kendra did lose her assistant coach, Casey Shingler, who moved on to UTSA, and we wish him the best of luck. Great guy and a great coach for many years for WT. The new assistant coaches on the team, Trevor Callerman coming in, and also Bentley Odom, and they bring a lot of experience, and they come from different places. Trevor coming over from the state of Maryland. Bentley Odom has spent time at West Florida, where she was a part of a very, very good program in the Division II ranks. And, I mean, Willa, I would imagine that any coach in the country would just be jumping at a chance to come coach for a program like West Texas A&M. I mean, this is September 1st. It's Friday. Right now it's 11:50, and look at this crowd that's on hand for the first match of the season.
Definitely. I think it's such a great opportunity for them to get to coach not only the number 1 pick in our Lone Star Conference, but also Kendra Potts. She's just such an amazing coach. She has such a ability with these girls to get them pumped up, to get them ready, to just get them out there warmed up for every single game. And I think that, these 2 assistant coaches they're in a great position right now to be coaching with her.
Talk about some of the players for West Texas A&M, and I mentioned Tori Miller, her senior season. Just been so fun to watch her progression since she came in as a freshman from Brownwood, Texas. And for Tori, she has a chance to do something very special. Right now, Tori sits in 5th place on the all-time kills list, 1,593. First place is within her reach, 2,025 from Carol Pereira back in 1990 to 92. So, and there are some names on that list. Sarah Butler's in the 2nd position, Shannon Stroud, Laura Princeton. These are All-American Player of the Year type of players that Tori has a chance to surpass and become number 1 on the all-time kills list for West Texas A&M.
I mean, Tori Miller, such an amazing player. I think she's going to use this opportunity and definitely run with it. She started as a freshman just in an amazing way and just has progressed.
Well, Odalise Gonzalez says, I've heard enough talk about number 1 in West Texas A&M in this gym, and she takes the first assist to the outside and hammers it down in East Central, leads 1-0. Great start for the Tigers, and that is, if you come in here and you play the Lady Buffs, you have to play fearless. Good start for East Central. Great start for Evitz. So there she is, Carly Evitz gets the first kill of the match and first kill of the season for West Texas A&M.
Carly Everett, she's definitely going to be a powerhouse this season. She is going to be detrimental not only to the on-net stuff, but, again, to getting those balls over the net and, like, putting them in the back where we just saw.
Attack error there from Cammie Jones, so it gives East Central a point, 2-1 Tigers lead. Again, the East Central Tigers, they were picked 7th in the preseason in a Great American Conference. Harding University, preseason favorite in that conference. Tori Miller skies in the air, puts it off the hands of number 20, Macy McCamus. And there's a first kill for Tori, the Terminator. And one of the things that is so special about Tori is you've seen her game change. She came in as a young freshman and was very powerful, could really hit the ball hard, but had a lot of other areas of her game that needed improvement, and she's done it every year, improving in passing, improving her blocking, her serving, and so she's definitely an all-around player. It's a point for West Texas A&M there, and we're tied 2-2.
Tori Miller, like you said, came in as a freshman, great powerhouse hitter, but I think that over the past couple of years, her just control of the ball and her management and her leadership on the team, too, just really getting them to talk and to just work together cohesively. I think that she has become, into her senior year, such an amazing player for West Texas A&M.
It's going to be a violation against the setter, Ainsley Malice. She kept out of the net, but her foot just barely slid over as that pass kind of sailed a little too close. So the error gives a point to East Central, 3-2. You saw Emma Becker come on and put a big swing and actually knocked the East Central player backwards onto the court. Emma, just a sophomore, had a great freshman season last year for West Texas A&M as a pin hitter, and saw her in the inter-squad scrimmage. Last year, really impressed with her vertical leap, and she's jumping even higher, which is hard to imagine this season. That one just has to roll over, and East Central has a chance. Good up from Briley Contreras.
I mean, both teams, the vertical on a lot of these taller players is just phenomenal. Like,
Emma Becker.
Perfect example right there of that vertical just being up.
Well, a good job from Emma that time tracking the ball as well, as that set went high in the air and she had to time it up and deliver, and she did. Becker with her first kill. And that'll be an ace. Does not come back over. Good job serving there for, actually on the overpass. Give the point to West Texas A&M. It's a 5-3 lead for WT. Miller to serve.
I mean, you can just see that control in that ball when she serves.
That's an attack error into the net from Ashley Miller, junior from Punta Gorda, Florida. 3-point advantage. Again, kind of spot serving that right corner. Tip shot kept alive and over. Great hustle from Contreras. Mainsley pops it up but out. It was Contreras first, and then Bryn Wright, one of the new transfers coming over to West Texas A&M from Rhode Island University. Bryn originally from Austin, and just a junior. But the point goes to East Central, so it's 4 serving 6. Malice Right side, Becker. Woo. Good night. It's just early in this first set, but Becker, not only is she getting off the floor, she's connecting with the ball like she's angry.
Just sent those Tigers to sleep, honestly. That was such an amazing kill.
Evans has to hang in the air. The timing was off. Good job at the net. The block touch from East Central, and that's a beautiful kill.
Right in the corner.
It was Bryn Wright, her first kill as a West Texas A&M Lady Buff. Fans they're already figuring out how talented number 13 is in Bryn Wright. That serve sails out, so it's a point for East Central. Right now, Tigers, even though West Texas A&M looks explosive, give credit to East Central. They only trail by 3. They scored the first point of the match. And at this point, they appear like they're not going to back down today.
I mean, when you're going up against West Texas A&M, you really can't back down. I definitely think that the Tigers are going to do everything they can to give West Texas a run for their money, though.
Carly Evans just spiked that one straight down for a kill. A couple of kills for Carly. 9-5 lead for WT. Nice block touch on the right side by West Texas A&M. It was Kami Jones. They'll go back to Jones on the right side, and East Central comes back with a big block. Give credit to Gonzalez. It's one of the things East Central, we talked about their athleticism. They've got some tall players as well. 6'1" with Halota. Also, Henderson is at 6'2". Gonzalez, 5'11", gets off the ground well. Emma Strickland, 5'10". Here's Blair Moreland. Good set. Bryn Wright tried to put it down, but was denied. Solid defense there.
The Tigers and their blocks, they are getting up. Those verticals, they are able to just get up right up over the net and just take that ball down with so much control.
That was freshman Kaylee Henderson with that block. Wright has to try to just save it. It's blocked right back into WT's face. They play on. Moreland goes to Evitz. Nice job. Second time, not able to get it. Give credit to Macy McCamus for getting that first ball back up from Carly Evitz, but the second time the defense was scrambling, they couldn't get it.
Carly just getting those balls into the backside of the court over here. I think it's really, once you get the other team up.
That was an overpass, and Tori Miller just put it inside the 10-foot line. That's one where I just defensively, I don't know how you just don't just scramble because it's coming down so hard. That's an ace. Nope. Went out. Patterson nearly got that one in. But that's one thing East Central cannot do. They can't have passing errors where you just make it easy for West Texas A&M. You got to make them earn it.
Definitely. I couldn't agree more because West Texas, those players will take that and just run with it.
Well, they were out of system that time, and Miller tried to push a line shot, and it was out. So right now, West Texas A&M with 4 attack errors, and that part of the reason why East Central right now only trails by 3. It's 12 serving 9. Evitz will serve. Right side attack, Patterson. Look at Evitz, 6'2", go down to the floor and keep that ball alive. Big swing from the outside with Strickland, but WT denies it, and then finding a hole on the back end. It's just incredible play offensively and defensively.
This is definitely a good matchup going on because the Tigers, they are not backing down right now.
That's an ace for Evitz. We're seeing a little bit of everything already in this first set from Carly Evitz. Power at the net, defense with her blocking. She can serve. She just makes a one-hand beach dig earlier. Impressive start here for Carly Evitz. Now back-to-back aces, and we may see a timeout here from head coach Danielle Essex with her team. Seeing that lead increase here for West Texas A&M. It's 15-9, first set here for the number 1 team in the country, West Texas A&M. We're back after this timeout on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network.
Energy is a glowing sphere of hot gas. It's an ocean of air. And at Excel Energy, we make it safe. It's why we train first responders. Help you identify where utility lines are buried. Sir, do not dig there. And it's why we study the flight paths of majestic golden eagles before we build a wind farm. Safer energy, people. It's all part of a carbon-free 2050. You, us, together.
So far, the home team Lady Buff fans enjoying what they're seeing in the first set of this season. A 6-point lead. There's Tatum Stowe with a big block in the middle. And this is the thing with the depth here, Willa, is you have Evitz at 6'2". Already talked about what she's doing. And then there's Tatum Stowe, just a sophomore, preseason defensive player of the year. So it just doesn't stop you. There's just no weak link here with this Lady Buff team. Stowe tries to get one down. Good defense by East Central. And there's an attack error.
I mean, with the height on the net right now, you can just see those blocks and those defense just really making an impact on the Tigers because they are getting up right now.
Evitz has held serve here for quite some time, but I think they're going to call Tatum Stowe in the net. So that'll give a point back to East Central University. Tigers need to try to rally here, score some points as they've dug a 7-point hole. Kendra Potts getting an explanation from the down ref on that violation from Tatum. Patterson's pass a little off. They get it back, though, to Cami Jones, and she finds an opening.
Right there in that corner. I mean, hitting down to the back of the court right now. I think West Texas A&M is definitely seeing that they really can't get through the defense on the net right now. Ooh.
Serve into the net. That'll be an error and a point back to East Central. Cami Jones with that last kill. And last season, she actually missed some time, had a hand injury. Cami, for the season, still had 181 kills and hit 229. Very effective from that hitter position. Contreras has to bump a set out to Miller, try to tip. Good defense at the net by East Central. There's going to be a whistle and a double touch committed by the setter for the Tigers. Point back to West Texas A&M.
Takes the serve at 19-11.
Miller to serve. Patterson goes to the bench. Back on the floor for West Texas A&M is Bryn Wright. At the net, Bryn Wright, Tatum Stowe, and also Emma Becker. Miller has to slow down on her approach from the back row. Big swing again from Strickland. She's been unable to get started, though. Good defense there as Kabbalah saves one for the Tigers. Right. That was in. Wow, what a kill.
Ooh. They are taking advantage of that back and those corners right now because you can see on the net, the Tigers have a very good, strong defense going. So I think
7 to hit it over.
Yeah, the West Texas Buffs are trying to go around that, and I think they're doing that very effectively.
There's a good kill on the right side for East Central. And it was Strickland. He was able to get that one again. Their leading returning player in terms of kills, 465 last year for Strickland. That was her first kill of the match. Right hangs in the air. The set was off. And as a result, everything, timing just off that entire sequence there, and Becker hits it into the net. So they'll have to reset. Point East Central.
You can definitely tell, especially with the people that are currently on the court right now, when the timing is off and when things are getting a little bit undone.
Well, that's a service error. And again, if you're East Central, your margin of error very slim. And in terms of service errors, passing errors, you just can't make too many or you find yourself in a hole. They trail by 8 here. Big swing, and that'll be a kill. Nicely done.
With WT only 4 points away from this match, we can see that they really can't afford to make any errors right now. Those service errors and all of those errors, they just can't afford it. If they want to win against WT, then they're going to have to be on point right now.
Well, the previous point was a good kill by Odalise Gonzalez, but then they come back and they serve it into the net. Again, that is 3 service errors committed by the Tigers. Right now, hit percentage not great for either side, but WT definitely in favor at 194. East Central just .037. There's a service ace. Huge spot open in the middle of the floor, and it drops for Blair Moreland. Blair, the junior setter out of Katy, Texas. A lot of experience, came in as a freshman and played a lot. And that one from Gonzalez, a frustration kill. Hit that about as hard as you could possibly hit it. Give credit to Moreland for even putting her hands up and trying to get in the way of the ball.
Honestly, on both sides of the court right now, you've got such strong, heavy hitters. Honestly, if I was down there, I'd be
right.
Getting out of the way.
I might be wearing a catcher's mask. Here is Evitz. Tried to swipe that one across and got away from her. Point back to East Central. 16 will now serve 23. $11 kills for the Lady Buffs, just 6 for East Central. They try the right side. Jones gets high in the air, and Cammie puts it down. Set point already, 24, serves 16. It'll be Bryn Wright to put it over. Buff Nation up on its feet.
You can definitely tell when the fans get excited that it affects the feeling of the court too.
Jones, good dig on the other side from East Central, so the point stays alive, and then hit into the net there from Abercrombie, and so that'll give Lady Buffs the point they needed to take set number 1. 25-16, West Texas A&M wins set number 1. We'll take a timeout, come back, the two teams trade benches, and we'll see what's in store for set number 2. You're watching the BritKare Lady Buff Classic Day 1 here on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network.
This isn't just any burger run. This is a burger run for Whataburger's Sweet and Spicy Bacon Burger. 2 fresh all-beef patties with melty cheese, grilled onions, crispy bacon, and sweet and spicy pepper sauce. 1 for you, 1 for him, and 1 for your unofficial roommate, Brad. Always order an extra. You know, for Brad. The all-time favorite sweet and spicy bacon burger from Whataburger. Just like you like it.
Since 1910, WT and the Department of Agricultural Sciences has provided high-quality education to the students of the Panhandle and beyond.
At WT, professors know me and are committed to my success.
If you want to get an ag industry job, WT is where you need to be.
I don't want just a job and a paycheck after graduation. I want a career where I can make a difference.
WT invested in my career. I intend to pay it forward.
This is gonna be tough. I mean, that's a bag full of Whataburger's Buffalo Ranch chicken strip sandwiches with tangy buffalo sauce and creamy buttermilk ranch, melty Monterey Jack cheese, and 3 crunchy chicken strips. How long will you have to wait before you enjoy yours? Oh, about that long. Whataburger's Buffalo Ranch chicken strip sandwich is back for a limited time. Just like you like it.
The Lady Buffs get 2023 season started off with a first set that they take 25-16. Let's look at the stats from that first set. Lucas Kinsey alongside Willa Bracken. And Willa, Lady Buffs win by 9. You know, 2 things. First, for East Central, you feel like they competed well. I mean, they scored the first point of the set. They challenged WT at times. But you feel like they probably had some self-inflicted wounds that probably cost them a little bit against the number 1 team in the country.
Definitely. I think that, you know, especially when you go up against the number 1 team in the country, like you said, you have to be on point, and you can't have those service errors. You can't have those hit errors. But they definitely give them a run for their money, especially on the net, because they have so much height on their team. They were just getting up and just doing those blocks the way they should have.
Right now, Lady Buffs with 12 kills, East Central 6. The attack percentage, I think Kendra Potts would like it to be over 200. It's at 176, but they're holding East Central to .033. So you're seeing the Lady Buff defense. They're known for being good at the net. They're known for making it hard on teams to score. And you look at East Central, their top scorer, at least from last year, Emma Strickland, struggled in that first set. She had 1 kill, 7 swings. A lot of her swings were great. They were powerful, but they weren't able to get through with that defense that the Lady Buffs bring.
Well, I think that one of the things that really helped West Texas A&M in that last matchup was just the fact that they were able to overcome and adapt what was going on at the net. So they were able to hit to the back and get those points in, especially when East Central started moving up closer. And I think that East Central continued to try to get things going on the net, and they just kept getting blocked.
All right, East Central serves first here in set number 2. It was number 3, Brooke Sarahina, that started things off. And again, there's East Central grabbing that first point. And so a quick 1-0 lead for the Tigers. And their head coach, Danielle Essex, in her first season with the team. Located down in southeast Oklahoma, Ada, Oklahoma, where East Central is. That's a kill good for Tori Miller on the outside. Tori starting off her day. That's her 3rd kill, 8 swings. And the ball handed to Carly Ebbets, who had a great first set.
See, again, perfect example of East Central trying to get those balls over the net, right on the net, and West Texas A&M defense just being there, being ready.
So if you're East Central, does that mean you're going to have to tip more? I mean, try to change up. I mean, you just not swing away if you're going into a wall, right?
Yeah, I mean, volleyball is a game of adaptation, you know, and trying to overcome what you know your opponents are good at. So I think catching West Texas A&M off guard might not be as effective as getting it back and getting them pushed back.
Here's Odalise Gonzalez to serve. After she just got the kill, Gonzalez leads her team with 5 kills, hitting .625 as well. Moreland, quick set in the middle of Stowe, and she was blocked. Great job by East Central in the middle. They'll try a back row with Gonzalez, and that hit tape and then went out. So point back to West Texas A&M.
So you can see that they're trying to overcome and adapt what West Texas, the barrier and the wall that West Texas A&M is right now on the net. But I don't think they are as effective as West Texas A&M was in overcoming them in the last matchup.
Serve over from Ainsley Malice. Strickland, there's a really beautiful kill from the outside. She was tracking that ball. It was bumped up in the air on the second touch and was able to score it. So Strickland now with a couple of kills. And East Central will serve Macy McCamus, the libero. 5'5" sophomore from Paris, Texas. Yep, that's down.
Right in that hole. I mean, if you're an East Central player, like when things like that happen, you have to think to yourself, what is the defense on that? What do I need to do as a player to overcome and adapt to that, especially when it's Tori Miller, a hitting powerhouse, coming at you.
Goodness, Tatum Stowe. And give credit to East Central. They win the point there. That went back and forth, and East Central just kept trying and trying. Stowe with several block touches there. But the point is going to go to the Tigers, and they cut the lead back to just 2.
I mean, if you're in East Central's position, you know, you have to be willing to do what they just did. Get a little bit gritty with it and get down and dirty and, you know.
Oh, good defense there. Ball popped up, and they get it back over. It's a free ball, though, for the Lady Buffs. Bryn Wright tried to cut that shot. What a save from Malice. Goes low to the floor, and the rally goes on. Becker climbs the ladder, and, you know, one thing she's doing a really good job of today so far, her hand is getting all on top of the ball, which is exactly what you want to do because it's coming straight down.
It is going right down. Again, as a defensive player, how do you defend that? Do you – ooh.
Now let's touch it. You think it was going out?
Honestly, for a little bit, but that was a good play by East Central right there.
Good kill for the Tigers. Scoreboard shows 6-4. The live stat shows 5-5. We'll check on – goodness. Emma Becker again, and that's what Coach Essex gets up off the bench. Now, I guarantee you what she's saying is we've got to get somebody in her face. You can't just go untouched with Becker at the net, or that's going to be 99% a kill.
I mean, 3 different kills. There was nobody on her. Like, you gotta get ready to get in the face of that ball and of the player.
Whew. Otherwise, it's like a cheat code, right?
Yeah.
Blair Moreland, good left-handed serve, skims across the net. East Central Gonzalez tries to float one over. It's handled by Wright. They push it back to Cammie Jones. And again, they keep going to this right side, but you're seeing different hitters. Emma Becker with 4 kills. That's Cammie Jones getting in on the mix. She's got 3 kills. Evitz has 3. Tori Miller has 3. Tatum Stowe has 2. And Bryn Wright has 2. So when you're scouting the Lady Buffs, when you're game planning, it's not just, hey, we have to shut down these 2 players.
You got to go for all of them.
You're exactly right. There's a good kill for Odalise Gonzalez. She's kind of carrying her team right now. Gonzalez 6 kills on 11 attacks, and she also already has 7 digs, so she is really putting it out there for her team today. We're in set number 2. Lady Buffs up by 1 point. Great block touch there by East Central. Lady Buffs keep the ball alive. Right back at you with Bryn Wright.
When you look at East Central's defense, you can definitely see that they are playing more up, and I think West Texas is definitely taking advantage of that because there are so many holes, especially in the back right corner over there, that they keep hitting to, and East Central just keeps not covering.
8-6 lead for WT. Gonzalez, powerful swing, but she's denied by Evitz and Jones. Good save by Contreras. They get it to Evitz. Good defense by Strickland for East Central. It's a really good rally here. It goes off the hands, give the kill to Carly Evitz. But I like what you see on that rally there from East Central. I mean, they're battling.
Definitely. East Central is 100% not giving this up. They are not going down without a fight. We can see that with the score, too. They're only falling by 3.
And there's a kill for Odalise Gonzalez. Yeah, I like this fight from the team because you're on the road, big crowd here, number 1 team in the country, and you drop the first set by 9 points. You could, go to your bench and kind of look around and go, oh, boy, we're in trouble. But that's not what they've done.
No, I mean, they're in a wave of maroon right now, and they are putting it out there. They are getting stuff done.
There's a player who can get things done. That's Tori Miller. And she swings so hard. That time, East Central, they got hands in her face, but ball ricochets right off of the block for a kill for Miller. Big swing in the middle. Give credit to Kaylee Henderson. And she gets a kill there. Kabala with 7 assists already for East Central for the Tigers, doing a good job at the setter position. Moreland stays out of the net, gets it to Tori. Uh-oh. A block from East Central. They just blocked the Terminator. And that's going to give East Central some momentum.
I mean, if you can take on Tori Miller and get a point off of it, then you should definitely feel a little bit more refreshed about the game.
Moreland right back to Miller. And net violation against East Central. What I was going to say, and I thought, no, I'm just going to let the play out, is I've covered Tori her entire career, Willa, and when Tori gets blocked, okay, she's angry. But it's just now just a look. She just simply looks over to her setter, gives a look. Blair Moreland knows exactly what that means. It means I want the ball the very next play because I'm going to put it down, and that's what she did.
She slaps those balls, and they just go missile down onto the court. I mean, as a defensive player, being able to just, block that in general must feel great, honestly.
Well, there's a good kill on the outside for Emma Strickland, the junior from Mansfield. She's able to put one down. This East Central roster mentioned that East Central located in Ada, Oklahoma, but they have got a lot of players from the Lone Star State. Aledo, Canyon Lake, Texas, McKinney, Brownsville, Kilgore, Paris, and Strickland, who is from Mansfield. And, we saw the other night, a lot of people did, obviously, Willa, the Division I game, Nebraska, playing outside at the Memorial Stadium in Lincoln, playing on the football stadium with 92,000 people watching. How cool was that?
That, honestly, you never see that kind of crowd, especially for a volleyball game, even if it was D1. It's such an amazing thing to see, so many fans come together, not only to support their team, but just to watch a good volleyball game.
It's a good rally here. East Central battling at the net, though. Tatum Stowe, she's just right there. I mean, someone trying to get into the store, and she's standing there. Nope, can't come in. Does a great job there. 15-10 lead for West Texas A&M. We were talking about that game, that volleyball match at Nebraska the other night, and I saw on social media a lot of Buff Nation fans, and even head football coach Josh Lynn suggested this. He said, let's do the same thing. Let's play. Let's get our Lady Buffs volleyball team. Let's let them play a match outside over here at Buffalo Stadium. So who knows? That may be a thing that catches on. But I'll tell you, Buffalo Stadium, I believe, holds about 10 to 12,000. So the box is closer to 2,500, 3,000. Can you imagine playing a volleyball match with 10 to 12?
Honestly, if we could get that kind of support out there, especially get those fans riled up, maybe get the cheer squad and the spirit squad out there, get some fans riled up, see a nice wave of maroon. It would be such a great thing just to really get the season going.
Chris Jaquist is shaking his head. That could be a challenge for Chris, but I think we could do it. Here's the thing that would be interesting, though, is you got to play the wind, right? It's West Texas, so we got some wind in these parts. So, I don't know. We'll see. It's 15-10 out of the timeout. East Central trails the match 1-0. Oh, what a job at the net defensively. Give credit to Jada Abercrombie. Abercrombie denies Tatum Stowe, gets a big block.
I mean, Abercrombie, she saw that hole right over there. She put it in that hole. Amazing play.
So that, East Central's, again, they're close. It's 11 serving 15. Left-handed serve over from Kabbalah.
I mean, you have to give it to East Central. They are making attempts. They're trying.
This is fun to watch. Emma Becker right now with 6 kills. And nearly every time she has gotten the ball, I mean, the Lady Buffs are in system. The pass is good. The set is really good. And the defense just does not have much of a chance when they're going up against Becker right now. Good save by Contreras. Kabbalah puts it back to her teammate Miller on the slide.
I mean, West Texas has a scary lineup when it comes to the net, right? They have Emma Becker, Tori Miller, they have Carly Everett, all of them getting 4 or 5 kills right now. And, I mean, going up against that.
That was great hustle by both sides. That long rally there, and nothing that she could do about it, but Macy McCamus slid under the net. She was trying to pop that ball up and came halfway under. So the point goes to West Texas A&M. Contreras serves. Good low, flat serve. And a nice hammer down there from Ashley Miller.
I mean, long rallies, that's one of the best things about volleyball.
Sure.
Getting to see the cooperation between players on a team and how they overcome and adapt, even with difficult passes, difficult serves, all that stuff. It's such a fun thing to watch how they move around the court. Ooh.
That one got the crowd up on their feet and got the Lady Buffs pretty excited. 18-12 the score goes to, and there's that attack percentage. Told you Coach would want that to go up, and it has. It's now, haven't updated yet, but it's going to be over 250 that the Lady Buffs are hitting. Again, leading by 6 points. Last kill good for Carly Evans. That was her 6th kill of the match. Cammie Jones, she's blocked. The timing was off there a little bit. She was just trying to punch it over, and instead Odalise Gonzalez was able to block and get a kill. Odalise 8 kills today, also 7 digs.
I mean, East Central putting up a fight right now, but they're still 5 under with West Texas A&M closing in on those final couple of points that they need.
Nice dig by Contreras. They get it back over to Bryn Wright. Touch at the net, slows it down. Gonzalez winds up. She's denied by Becker and Evitz. They try the right side, and the ball is out on an attack error. Point West Texas A&M. 19-13. Good balance from the setters. Ainsley Malice has 9 assists. Blair Moreland has 10. And that serve from Bryn Wright, it's going to be a service error. Number 1 ranked team in the country, West Texas A&M, opening its 2023 season here against East Central University. Tori Miller, good touch, slowed it down. And there is a monster kill from the back row. Good for the Tigers. Strickland with her 4th kill.
I mean, we've seen with East Central that Strickland has just such a powerful hitter. She is constantly hitting to that back row and giving the back row a run for their money.
Gonzalez does it again. I'm really impressed with Odalise Gonzalez right now, just her all-around game. But talk about arm speed. She is an explosive, powerful player.
I mean, it's just a blur, to be honest.
Yeah, you're exactly right. 16 serves 19. Tigers hanging tight with WT. Contreras, good hustle, pops it back in play. Miller gets it over. It's a free ball, though, for the Tigers. That didn't work. Miller and Ebbets combined for the block.
I mean,
Abercrombie just didn't get it up high enough.
Miller and Everett's going in for a block. That's two powerful defensive players.
It's good hustle by Sarahina, but the pass nearly went into the scores table there. So an error on the serve receive gives the Lady Buffs a point, and it's a 20-16 lead here in set number 2. WT trying to go up 2-0 in the match.
East Central right now cannot afford those errors that they keep having.
All right, West Texas A&M was in the net. So the point goes back to East Central University. Moreland goes to her knees on that set, but that was, as I would say Brad Stark's music was a little earlier today, that play was a little funky. So it's a point for East Central.
They are closing that gap right now.
Gonzalez serves. Contreras bumps it up to Jones, and timing was off. It's a 2-point set. The other thing I like about Gonzalez, Willa, is she plays with a ton of confidence. You can just tell her body language. She's not intimidated. Good serve there. Popped up to Miller.
What an amazing player.
Oh, she's a little too powerful there on that swing. No touch, and it goes out. But, yeah, I think you got to respect that, because this is obviously a tough environment to come into for your first match of the season. It's also a new head coach, a lot of new things for East Central, but you can tell a competitor when you see one, and Gonzalez definitely is.
Definitely. I mean, she is killing it, literally, with 9 kills, leading the East Central.
Serving error for West Texas A&M, so ball back to the Tigers, and Macy McCamus serves. Becker's denied. Wow. Great block. Over on that right side, number 17, Ashley Miller. And it's a 1-point advantage for West Texas A&M. 21 serves, 22.
Compared to the last matchup, this is definitely...
Okay, so when things are tightening up, that smart play there for Malice, she gets the ball in her hands on a pretty good pass on the serve receive. So who does she go to? Tori Miller.
I mean, they call her the Terminator, and there's a perfect example right there of how she just terminates and demolishes the other side of the court.
East Central comes right back with a point on a kill on the outside. 22-23.
I was going to say, like in the other match, compared to the other match, we can definitely see that East Central, they were like, okay, they come back from the other match, okay, let's give them a run for their money, and that's what they've been doing. They closed that gap so much.
Well, that's back-to-back kills by Emma Strickland. She has tied up this set, 23-23. Look at these Tigers battling here on the road at the number 1 team in the country. 23-23 here in set number 2. We're back after this quick timeout from Canyon, Texas.
Where are we going, and how are we going to get there? Get there with room to spare in your new Ford Expedition from Tri-State Ford on I-40 at Ross. Grab your friends and go. Tons of new Fords are rolling in. Face the road ahead in a dependable truck, the built Ford Tough F-150. Looking for more horsepower? Saddle up the legendary Ford Mustang. Or how about a new Bronco or a Maverick? We've got your new ride. You'll find friendly hometown service every day at Tri-State Ford. Come see us on I-40 at Ross.
The best tailgates start with the best beef, and the best beef starts with Market Street. Market Street, where we do beef the best.
Kabbalah serves for East Central. We're tied 23-all in set number 2. And an odd-looking play, but an athletic play, no doubt, from Emma Becker to find a way to make that set useful and score the kill. 24 serves 23. Lady Buffs can take a 2-0 lead. They're going to take a timeout. Let's keep it here, Willa, and kind of reset things. Go back and talk about our first match of the day, which was back and forth. It was a great one. 3-2 win for St. Mary's University over Davenport. 25-18, 21-25, 22-25, 25-18, and then 15-9. So St. Mary's starts off the season 1-0. And now we move into the second match here with the Lady Buffs and East Central University. And East Central drops the first set 25-16. Made a lot of mistakes, but they've cleaned up some of those mistakes here in set number 2.
I mean, honestly, when it comes to this set in general, we can see with the score 24-23, it honestly could be anyone's game right now. I mean, you've got the number 1 team in the country going against East Central, who is giving them an absolute run for their money. Like, East Central is just battling it out, especially on the net right now.
Riley Contreras, the libero, serves. Strickland wound up. Tori Miller was able to dig it up. Ebbets tries to push it over. Good defense by the Tigers. Bryn Wright tools the block and finishes set number 2. It was not easy, but West Texas A&M finishes with a kill from Bryn Wright, and the Lady Buffs finished that one 25-23. So WT up 2-0 in the match. We'll step aside, take a timeout, come back and start set number 3. The 2023 season getting started as the Lady Buffs lead the match 2-0.
Welcome to Shimon Dental Group, where every day we're excited to see our patients and treat them like family. We are dedicated to providing you with the highest quality care in a friendly and comfortable environment. Shimon Dental Group's patient-focused philosophy puts your needs front and center.
We are constantly investing in leading-edge technology. Innovations that speed the treatment process and improve aesthetics. We're expanding the breadth of our cosmetic and restorative services through training to provide the best possible outcomes.
Just with the level of commitment that they show to taking care of my family and I, it's absolutely unmatched in this town, so I've been very happy with them.
Brightening smiles for more than 3 decades.
Contact Shimon Dental Group for your appointment today.
The State Farm Personal Price Plan helps you create an affordable price just for you.
Contact Jeff Gilbert for your personal price plan today.
One West is the comprehensive fundraising campaign designed to fuel WT 125 from the Panhandle to the world. We will strengthen WT's impact for the Panhandle region and beyond through a historic, comprehensive campaign, raising $125 million by 2025. The campaign's 3 priorities: people, programs, and places. Now is the time to make a difference for current and future generations. One West.
Great environment for the opening day here for these Division II volleyball teams. The BritKare Lady Buff Classic, West Texas A&M. You see the scores there from set number 1 and set number 2 to give the number 1 ranked Lady Buffs a 2-0 lead. Lucas Kinsey alongside Willa Bracken, the Thunder Vision production crew, bringing you the broadcast today. Joshua Mangum, Cheyenne Jonas, and Tyrone Leggett. And so, Willa, here's where you find out, we talked a lot about East Central in set number 2. They lose only by 2 points, really competitive. But you find out just how competitive you are because the crowd is into it even more now. They want to sweep, right, for the opening match of the season. Can you muster up the energy, the execution to take a set and keep this match going against the Tigers?
That is such a great question that's posed right now. I mean, you're in not your home court. You're surrounded by
it's hot.
Maroon. It's hot. It's 93 degrees.
We're not sweating
outside.
At all up here.
Oh, definitely not.
Okay, so there's Odalise Gonzalez again. She's going to keep firing.
Oh, definitely. I mean, what we've seen consistently with every single set in this game right now is that East Central pops off with the first point every single time.
Oh, what a save by Strickland. Miller had a beautiful tip, and Strickland sold out, went low to the floor, and kept it alive. She missed on that one. That was a lot of effort there from Strickland, but that's one that almost caught one of the Lady Buff bench players standing over there in the corner.
I mean, the poor line coach, she's went right over her head just now.
Tatum Stowe continuing to do what we saw her do all of her freshman season, and that is be a problem for offenses at the net. She blocks that one back. Lady Buffs lead 2-1. Carly Evans serves. And Strickland pushes that one through. Nice job. That's her 7th kill. She had a slow start, but she's really picked it up. 7 kills, 6 digs, and now hitting 230. So it's really been Odalise Gonzalez and Emma Strickland that have done most of the offensive work today. Back row attack. Look at Contreras go down and get that one. Good dig. And a tandem block there from Miller and Stowe.
I mean, everyone that we have on the net right now, such a good place for West Texas A&M to be at, because you've got Tori, you've got Tatum, and them combining together to get those blocks is just phenomenal.
Give and go. Miller.
There it is.
Does the rest, and that's that emotion that comes out from number 31, getting her team fired up.
I mean, every time Miller gets out there and she does something like that, the crowd gets so excited, and how can you not? I mean,
that one's out. I looked over across at the bench. Piper Warren and Haley Hurtado had a choreographed celebration that looked like one was trying to revive the other one after Tori Miller spiked that ball down. So that's some creativity from the bench. I like that early in the season. Like to see that.
I mean, it's a kill when you kill off your teammates, too.
4-3. And an awkward play there, but Stowe just turns and gives that infamous Tatum Stowe smile. Yep, that one still scored. For Stowe, 4 kills. Miller serves it over. Lady Buffs up 5-3. Already out of system. And a mistake there. You had 2 players going for that ball. That should not happen.
Again, if you're East Central, those mistakes are what cost them the last 2 sets. We can't, as a offensive player, you can't keep making those mistakes if you're going to be going against West Texas A&M, because they will take them and run with them.
That one Gonzalez missed on. And so some errors being committed here by East Central. They're down by 4 points. That was the 17th attack error in the match by East Central. The Lady Buffs have committed 14. Better pass that time by Strickland. Setter pushes it outside. Malice to Stowe in. That's hard to defend.
I mean, East Central, as a defense, they keep leaving that back open. And West Texas A&M, they know that. They see it.
We mentioned it, the Lady Buffs 34-1 in the box over the last 3 years. They're trying to move to 35-1. If they can win this set, they'll do it. We're back after the timeout here on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network.
Went for a onside kick. Landed on my knee pretty hard and ended up fracturing my femur. I ended up having to go back and have surgery. Even the day after I had surgery, I was back in the clinic here. It's nice to have people help me rehab at a caliber of what I'm used to feeling like I can do. One thing that I really liked was having the access to the turf, because that's what I'm used to playing on. Now, I mean, it feels like nothing had ever happened. You have a choice of where you can go. This is one of the best places in Amarillo.
Optimum Internet has next level speed. Get 300 meg internet for as low as $35 a month. How fast is that? Fast enough to stream on multiple devices with 99.9% network reliability and equipment included. Or go even faster and get a $200 prepaid card. Get 300 meg internet for $35 a month with Optimum Mobile for as low as $15.
West Texas A&M leading 8-3 here in set number 3. A lot of balance. Emma Becker and Tori Miller each with 7 kills. Carly Evett 6. Tatum Stowe has 5. And Cammie Jones and Bryn Wright have 3. Malice. Right side. Becker. Was it touched? Yes. Off the hands. And so a kill for Becker, who is hitting over 350 so far in the match.
I mean, we talk about control and the ball, especially when you're on the net and you have those abilities. But it's so hard to control a ball when it's being, like, absolutely demolished at you, just like that. Perfect example.
Good timing there, Willa. Right on cue, Bryn Wright. The demolition crew on the outside. And you can sense it right now. If you're East Central, you got to be careful. This third set could get away from you quickly. Good pass. Strickland misfired there. Attack error. It's 11-3. If you're Danielle Essex right now, what do you do? You've already called a timeout. You're down by 8 points. The players at some point, they've got to execute and try to get a side out.
Honestly, I think it has to do with the holes they keep leaving open. I think that coming back and looking at those holes later, especially at practice, and like discussing how to cover those even when you need to be on the net, even when you need to be, challenging them. I think that's important.
Well, they earned that one. Kill good for East Central University, because I was watching the Lady Buffs libero there, Briley Contreras, make about 4 amazing defensive plays on that rally. Tigers stuck with it, though, and got the point. Emma Strickland collected her 8th kill there. Malice, great set over to Wright. Good save, though, and then a rare attack error there by Odalise Gonzalez. That was tough. She's backing up as she's tracking the ball. Knows she's got to get it over the net. Just a miss hit. Contreras serves. Lady Buffs lead by 8. Overpass. Yep. That's exactly what you need to do offensively if you get an overpass. You say Merry Christmas. Some people say Happy Birthday.
I mean, plays like that where, you just had the perfect opportunity to just absolutely demolish the ball. I think that West Texas A&M is taking advantage of those.
It's a 13-5 advantage. We are in the second match of the day. Following this one, our next match will feature St. Mary's. The Rattlers, who we saw in the first match, win. They'll take on Adams State Grizzlies. First chance to see the Grizzlies today. And a change-up for Odalise Gonzalez. She gets the kill, her 11th of the match.
mean, 11 kills with one person. What a great player that, East Central has on the team.
Oh, great hustle from both sides there, but a block. East Central, huge point there for the Tigers.
With plays like that, we can definitely say that they are not letting this go down without a fight.
How about Angel Nahinu? I would say Angel of the morning, but it's now 12:52. So point there for the Tigers. And they're fighting, trying to stay in this, trailing 6, serving 13.
I mean, and it's such a hard fight because you do have those power hitters. You do have those block people that can get up just like that.
That was Becker. Evans with some help. And Becker, we saw this from her last year. She's an animated player. I mean, she is very competitive. The sophomore for the Lady Buffs out of Liberty Hill, Texas. She's one of those players that you'll see her kind of not talking trash to the other team necessarily, but just talking and being animated, being passionate, just the way she plays.
Also, just a fun player to watch,
Yeah. Tigers come back. Nice job from the middle there with Kaylee Henderson. And when you're playing, this game has, so many momentum changes, and it's definitely such a mental game. You like to have players like Emma, like Tori Miller on your team who are always confident. Bryn Wright goes way up in the air, but a great dig on the other side by Macy McCamus. And the Tigers, they're showing some grit here.
I mean, they're closing the gap to only 5 now, and previously it was 7, 8. So they're definitely not letting this go down without a fight.
That was the 12th dig of the match for McCamus. This time, Bryn Wright does not miss. She gets that kill down, and the Lady Buffs get a much-needed point, kind of break the streak that East Central was on. It's 15 serving 9. Bryn Wright, a great first match in a Lady Buff uniform for her, 6 kills.
With Bryn Wright, you could tell with that windup, she was just like, okay, we got to get this done. Enough of this.
Okay, a point there for the Tigers. Lady Buffs couldn't get it back over the net. And it's 10 serving 15, ball in the hands of Odalise Gonzalez. She's from Brownsville, Texas, transfer last season from Coastal Bend College. Evans tried the tip. Look at McCamus selling out again, and it leads to a Emma Strickland kill down the left side. Wow. Seeing some really good hustle from the libero, Macy McCamus. 13 digs. Lady Buffs have brought in Zaria Parker, sophomore, playing the setter position right now. She'll bump one out, and that one's going to be a point for East Central University, as it was Kelsey Carpenter, 6'2 junior, transfer from UTSA, that had come in. So you're seeing Kendra Potts with a couple of substitutions. Another one is number 12, Ainsley Meisner, who's a outside hitter junior from Austin. Tori Miller back in. Tori Miller, laser precision there. She goes high in the air and found about the only spot that was not covered.
I mean, you can tell with the setup and with the way that they're acting, they want to get this done.
Service ace for West Texas A&M, Evitz. And that, how about Evitz with 4 aces today?
Honestly, you can tell, Evitz is definitely a power on the court. She is putting in work, not just with her aces, but her serves and, her on the net. It's just, she's a phenomenal player.
Miller just missed on that swing. on a rare a set. It would have been an assist from Tatum Stowe, but didn't work out. Parker to Miller. Somebody was in the net. Or a double. It was, okay. Parker was in the net. So point East Central. And again, give the Tigers credit. This trying to avoid a sweep, but they trail just by 3.
I mean, 7-14. We can say like we did in the last match. Honestly, at this point, it's anyone's game. I mean, obviously, West Texas A&M is leading, but ECU is definitely going to be, trailing behind. But they are putting up a fight right now.
McCamus bumps one out to Strickland, and that was an incredible swing. It didn't look like the best placement, but she turned her body just perfectly and kills a line shot.
I know. What an interesting setup for that kill in particular, because, I mean, it's always said, where your hand or your body goes, your hand goes. But the fact that she was able to twist around just definitely made that.
Well, the Tigers have the momentum. They've tied up this third set 17-17. Kendra Potts has taken a timeout. We'll step aside as well. Third set, Lady Buffs up 2-0, trying to go to 1-0 to start the season. We're back right after these messages.
For 90 years, the Lone Star Conference has been committed to excellence. What began in 1931 as a 5-team conference has grown to 18 institutions spanning 4 states. And while membership has changed, the pursuit of athletic success and academic excellence has never wavered. 119 national championships, over 2,000 All-Americans, and nearly 300 academic All-Americans. Celebrating 90 years of success, this is the Lone Star Conference.
Welcome to MediDrive Pharmacy. We greet you by name, and our pharmacists take the time to console you and answer all your questions. Our Health Mart Pharmacy specializes in serving our community with fast, friendly professional service and the highest quality of medicine and health products. We accept most insurance plans, including Medicaid and Medicare, and we offer free in-town delivery to your home or business. Come visit us for all your health care needs.
Well, the third set between West Texas A&M and East Central University tied 17-17. Timeout from Kendra Potts. Tori Miller, big swing, but it's handled by McCamus. And Contreras is going to hit it over. East Central, still another opportunity. Strickland swings and delivers. The Tigers have the lead.
Here's something interesting about the Tigers' defense in this set versus the last one. The last two, they were very up. They were very close to the net. There wasn't a lot of moving around in the back, and I think West Texas A&M took a lot of advantage to that. Example. But as we saw in the previous play, they have been moving around and pushing back so much more, and I think that's what's really getting to West Texas A&M because of the fact that, they were used to getting those back balls, and now they can't, really.
That was an incredible kill by Tatum Stowe. That's going to be a service ace for Ainsley Malice, so back-to-back points for West Texas A&M, and it's a Lady Buff lead, 19-18. First two sets, 25-16, 25-23. So East Central's played the Lady Buffs very close. There's a block party on the right side. Emma Becker with a solo block. She's got 2. A great match for Becker. 8 kills, 4 digs, 2 blocks.
I mean, Emma Becker in particular, what an amazing player. She is really showing her worth and that she can stand up to, big power hitters, especially with, Tori Miller and Carly Everett on the floor, too. She's really showing her worth right now.
Jada Abercrombie just collected her second kill to trim the lead back to 1. Miller with the pass. Malice, Stowe, in. So Tatum Stowe coming alive. She's got 7 kills. And it's a 21-19 WT advantage.
What a close set right now that we're having. The first one went so easily for West Texas A&M.
Ooh. You know, give credit to Emma Strickland. She gets the kill there. Also give credit to the setter for avoiding the net that time for East Central University. But Strickland, again, she had a slow start. She is finishing strong. 12 kills, 6 digs. She has gotten better as the game has gone on. It's almost like a running back that, you know, is better in the fourth quarter than they are in the first.
Honestly, I can totally see that. Gonzalez and Strickland, both of them are just, ooh.
Joust at the net. They play on. Miller times it up. Good dig there by Kabbalah. And Gonzalez gets the kill. I mean, you know, here's the thing for East Central. They're in a great position right now because they have fought back 21-21 tie. If they lose, it's going to be close, and they're going to say, hey, we fought hard with the number one team. If they can win a set here, now they've got a lot of confidence, and we play on. Bren Wright, kill from the outside.
I think that Kendra Potts, what a great coach. Her subbing here is interesting, and it might be getting them a little bit off base. There's not as communication as we saw in the first set going on, and East Central is just getting more and more talkative and more, you know, present on all parts of the court.
Look at Briley Contreras. Oh, be careful down there, Emma. Be careful. She tried to go around the standard there and kind of went into it. The point goes to the Tigers. And we're tied again. East Central can grab the lead, 22 serving 22. Put over by Miller. Torrey to up. Evitz can't get that one down. Kabbalah to Gonzalez, and that's a kill for Odalise Gonzalez, her 15th. 23-22, East Central University trying to win set number 3. We'll take a quick timeout, come back, see what happens here in set number 3.
In life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it. It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
Choosing the right countertops for your kitchen can be tricky. Nowadays, there are hundreds of colors, patterns, and textures and materials that range from natural to engineered stone. Marble Depot is here for you throughout every step of the process. And yes, we do have a lot of options that might make that decision a little harder, but we're also going to ask the right questions so that you get the most out of your investment. So come by our showroom and let us help create what you've been dreaming of.
Welcome back to BritKare Court. The box, the friendly, warm confines of the box here in Canyon, Texas. East Central University trails the match 2-0, but they lead this third set 23, serving 22. Malice pushes back right side to Becker. It's blocked, but out. So a point for West Texas A&M. 9th kill for Emma Becker. If you're the Lady Buffs, what do you want to see different here, Willa?
I think, honestly, that, you know, they're very good both offense and defense, and they're holding strong to that. I think they're getting a little frustrated because the offense they're providing just isn't getting, you know, getting down. It's getting blocked.
It's a point for the Tigers at the net. And, man, East Central has really improved the offensive efficiency in this third set. 24-23, set point Tigers.
I mean, they came up as the underdogs. They came, you know, going like 7th in their conference right now, going against number 1 in the nation.
The pass was off. It forced a double, and the Tigers take set number 3. No sweep for the Lady Buffs. And the opener for 2023, these East Central Tigers, they came here to fight today. They win the third set, so we'll take a timeout. Come back and we'll start set number 4 here from the box.
Headquarters and get helped, get fitted, and get your questions answered, and find out about our price matching online today.
Jenkins Doors and Windows began serving the Texas Panhandle in 1927, and we take pride in being a part of your neighborhood. We don't use false promises or gimmicks. We simply offer quality doors and windows at a fair price, and we stand behind every sale. Jenkins is family owned and operated, and proudly continues the traditions of quality and excellence that started over 80 years ago. Call us at 372-4336 or stop by our showroom at 820 West 6th and let our knowledgeable staff help you pick out the perfect doors and windows for your home.
We live where wide open roads lead to wide open spaces, where life is lived a different kind of way. We believe that generosity should always be given, but loyalty can only be earned. Community is sacred. Integrity is learned. We believe in going the extra mile, whether it's time to work or it's time to play. But most important, we believe in doing the right thing, always.
I'm celebrating my 40th year in business this year. That's longer than any other GM dealer in the Texas Panhandle. At Greg Larry Buick GMC, my selling points remain the same. Our non-commissioned sales staff and my free lifetime powertrain warranty give you complete peace of mind. If that's not enough, now I'll give you $2,000 best price guarantee, and I'll still give you a free lifetime warranty. Why go anywhere else? I'm Greg Larry, and I personally guarantee you this will be the best buying experience you've ever had.
There's a look at the East Central University Tigers out of the Great American Conference. And, you know, in set number 1, Willa, we're talking about their fire, their attitude, their competitive nature. They lose by 9. You come back in set number 2, they only lost by 2. They got a little bit better. Well, now in the third set, which they beat the Lady Buffs 25-23, now you probably just have to say, especially if you're Kendra Potts, to her team right now, this is a quality team. I mean, this team is not messing around. They're playing hard. You and I talked during the break, Willa, that we felt like in that third set we saw their confidence, their body language, their communication really start to come together, and that's why we're moving to set number 4.
Honestly, yeah, and I just think that with the Lady Buffs, it's all about communication. It's all about being cohesive and being together, and I think they're losing that a little bit. East Central is just a team that seems to just get better and better, like as the game progresses, and they are just adapting and overcoming what West Texas A&M gives to them.
All right, we'll see how this fourth one goes. Well, for the first time today, East Central will not score the first point of a set. Ball goes into the net there, and the Lady Buffs get the point, even though the scoreboard, Buff Nation fans are going to tell somebody pretty quick, you put that point up on the wrong side. Carly Evans serves, and look at that. When you're having a day at the service line like Carly Evans is, you just say, yeah, I meant to do that.
Honestly, she did mean to do that. Might as well, right? Like, I mean, you got to give them all you've got, and like.
Oh boy. Ooh. Tori Miller with a kill that goes off the jersey of Strickland and then off the backboard. She almost called glass there. 3-0. Good start. This is the kind of start that Kendra Potts wanted to see. That serve goes off the mark and into the net there. But knowing Coach Potts like I know her, Willa, in that timeout, probably some stern directions, some instructions going on to her team right there, just to say, we're not just going to be able to walk out here and beat people. Look, we don't care what the ranking is. People don't care what you did last year. They don't care that you're hosting the tournament. We talked about this in the pregame. Every team that shows up to play the Lady Buffs this year knows if we can beat them, we beat the defending national champion.
I mean, and the Tigers, just like in the Wild, they're coming for the jugular right now. And, you know, I definitely think she was telling her team, you know, you got to be prepared. You got to have defense. You have to be in front of the ball because they can't afford those hit errors and those serve errors that they keep having.
Well, this is what we were seeing early in the match is a stingy defense at the net. Stowe and Miller combined to block that one. And it's a great start here for West Texas A&M. 6-1 lead for the Lady Buffs. Malice, good serve.
We can definitely see right now, especially with their defense, and that was amazing by Stowe. We can see that, you know, whatever Coach Potts said to them is definitely getting to them.
Well, Coach Potts did her job. Now Coach Essex will talk to her team, try to gather the Tigers together and see if they can come back. They trail 7-1. Here in set number 4, Lady Buffs lead the match 2-1. You're watching the Lady Buff BritKare Classic here from Canyon, Texas. Back after these messages.
We know that egg producers don't quit at 5 p.m. We don't quit until the job's done either. Bankers' hours don't apply at First United Bank because we believe egg lending isn't a 9-to-5 job. While you're out working the fields or managing the herd, we're making sure your money is working too. Whether it's for livestock, land, or equipment, we're one of the most dominant egg lenders in the state and have been burning the midnight oil since 1907. First United Bank. We know ag lending. We know ag.
Malice serves it over. Look at that, out of the timeout. That's not what Coach Essex wants to see for East Central, but again, Lady Buffs, they seem pretty focused right now here in set number 4. As a team, that is the 10th service ace. Good job at the net by Becker and Stowe. Abercrombie hits it over, handled by Patterson.
We can definitely see that, you know, West Texas A&M, their players are just covering more of the court. I definitely think that they learned a little bit from, you know, that loss that they just had. They definitely seem a little bit more cohesive and there.
Well, and that's what you would expect from a championship caliber team. Everything's not going to go perfectly in the season, but Kendra Potts challenges her team. Says, let's clean things up, ladies, and they've done that so far. There's a good kill on the outside by Emma Strickland, her 13th kill. So, you know, here's the difference with East Central and West Texas A&M in terms of the offense. For the Tigers, Gonzalez and Strickland have combined for 28 kills. On the other side, Lady Buffs, Becker with 9, Miller with 9, Tatum Stowe with 8, Bryn Wright with 7, Carly Evitz with 6. So a lot of balance there for West Texas A&M. Back-to-back points for East Central, though.
I mean, on East Central, you've got those two main powerhouse hitters, but West Texas A&M, they have that diversity. They have that, their players have the ability to do, you know, whatever needs to get done, and I think that's definitely helping them.
Goodness, Tatum Stowe starting to go off. A good assist from Ainsley Malice, and Stowe puts it down. That's 9 kills for Tatum Stowe. For Ainsley Malice, she has 22 assists now to go with her 5 digs. The serve sails out. I was talking about the Lady Buffs and their 10 service aces. East Central has not had an ace yet. And so that tells you, it tells you a little bit about the Lady Buffs defense in terms of their serve receive.
On the serve receive side, they are definitely there. They're definitely awake. They have got, like, the best probably ability to take those serves and do with them amazing kills just like that. So I don't think we're going to be seeing any service aces from East Central, even in this game.
Well, another kill for Stowe, and she has 10 now for the match. It's a 7-point lead for the Lady Buffs here in set number 4. Good pass from Contreras. Malice puts it on the outside for Kelsey Carpenter. Tigers keep it alive. Slide. Evitz can't get it down. Gonzalez swings, just missed. So it's 12 serving 4 now.
The Lady Buffs definitely seem a little bit more together, especially in this. Ooh. Number 1 got hit in the face with the ball off the net.
Hopefully Becker's okay. Left-handed serve over by the Tigers. Slide, they tried again with Evitz. And off the touch. Ball falls.
Again, that great East Central defense.
Yeah. Trying to fight back.
I mean, it's easier to defend those powerhouse hits from Tori Miller, from Becker, from anyone if you're right there and you can just do it.
Well, the Tigers get one again. Gonzalez pushes that through. 3 straight points here for East Central University. They've cut the lead to 5. Malice will try the right side with Becker, and look at that one. She kind of puts her hands up in the air like, well, I'll take it.
Definitely not the kills that they want, but those
you think that was going out? You think it was going out and she just touched it, or would that have dropped in the back corner?
That would have dropped in the back corner,
okay.
Definitely. And even with plays like that, you can't take those. Woo.
Evitz and Cammie Jones on the block there. Lady Buffs lead by a touchdown, 14, serve 7. Blair Moreland on the service line. Gonzalez winds up, again denied by Jones and Evitz. That one's out. Lady Buffs lead again by 8.
Jones and Evitz, they make such a great power blocking duo. Just like Tori Miller, and they make such a great blocking duo.
There's Evitz slapping it down from the middle. Just hard to react in time defensively for Carly Evitz. That was kill number 7 to go with her 4 blocks, 2 digs, and 5 service aces. It's a 16-7 lead for the Lady Buffs. We're back after the quick timeout here from Canyon, Texas.
Need more business? Choice Media is your local outdoor advertising solution, helping businesses grow since 1992. After 31 years of business, Choice Media has both static and digital billboards throughout Texas, New Mexico, and Oklahoma. Billboards are the best choice when trying to grow clientele or promoting brand awareness. Contact Choice Media, your local advertising company, at 806-352-6585 to speak with a billboard expert today. That's 806-352-6585.
It's got the looks, the style, the performance. Your new car is everything you always dreamed of, and now it's here. First Financial Bank was happy to help put you behind the wheel with a new car loan at a competitive rate and fast, friendly, local approval. It's service that just comes naturally to us, much like a love of tradition comes naturally to you. First Financial Bank, you first. Member FDIC.
Great showing from the Buff Nation fans here in game number 1 of the 2023 season. The Lady Buffs taking on East Central here at the BritKare Lady Buff Classic. WT will face East Central and Adams State today. Tomorrow they'll take on LSC opponent St. Mary's, and then tomorrow night they'll face Davenport University. Fourth set, WT trying to finish things off, and that was a great kill. Good job by Kelsey Carpenter. As she gets her first kill of this match. 17-7.
Number 11, Kelsey Carpenter, came on to play last set, but we didn't really see much from her that she could provide until just now. And I think that now that she's gotten a little taste of it, she's definitely going to give us more.
Evans with another block. Her fourth. 18-7. East Central in need of a point, and they go to their go-to player, Odalise Gonzalez. And that is 18 kills in the match.
Gonzalez, what a powerhouse. 18 kills.
Yeah, she's going to have a outstanding season this year. If you're a Great American Conference opponent, she's one they're going to have to game plan for. Cammie Jones, Souvenir. Thing you love about Cammie is her attitude, always smiling, great teammate. And she, again, a lot of experience, has played really since she stepped on campus for WT, a junior this season.
I mean, just what a great team in general. They're so talkative with each other, and they're so friendly with each other. Again, at that line judge. If I was her, I'd want to switch positions.
I think she's telling Tori, hey, take it easy, sister, okay?
She is just a magnet right now.
20-8 is the score. Tori with her 9th kill, actually her 10th. There are 3 players with 10 kills each for the Lady Buffs. Jones gets a kill, her 5th.
I mean,
it can't get any more balanced than that. 10, 10, 10, 7 for Bryn Wright, 7 for Carly Evans, 5 for Cammie Jones.
That just shows how diverse everyone on the team actually is, that they're able to block, that they're able to defend, that they're able to serve, that they're able to kill. They're able to do everything that the coach and that their team needs them to do.
Kendra Potts is going to bring on Riley Barnett, a freshman from Mission, Texas. So check in on the front row. Carpenter serves it. Gonzalez puts one through. Nicely done. She's getting close. One more kill, and she's got 20 for this match. And so still fighting hard all the way through. This has been the response, though, that if you're a Lady Buff fan, you hoped you would see. Say, okay, all right, East Central wins that 3rd set. They're playing this pretty close. Can we come back and refocus and take care of business?
I mean, WT only 3 points away from a win. ECU only at 10. 12 points behind right now with WT closing in on that win.
That was a huge block by Kaylee Henderson as Jones brought it from the right side but was denied. 10 serves 22, and it's 11-22. How about an ace from Sarah Hina? She's from Honolulu.
Honolulu to Oklahoma.
Yeah, to Ada, Oklahoma. Some changes in scenery. There's trees and water, I can tell you that, in Ada, Oklahoma, but they look a little different than the ones in Honolulu.
I mean, it's more than we have here.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. 23 will serve 11. Out of system. Abercrombie denied. Good roll shot. Evans hits the floor, saves it.
You can tell that Lady Buffs, they're just trying to close this in.
There's the 20th kill of the match for Odalise Gonzalez.
Amazing. Wow. What
Well, it's going to give her,
powerhouse.
and it's going to give her some confidence, obviously, for the rest of the tournament and just to start her season the way that she is today. Because if you can do it against the number 1 team in the country, hey, bring on anybody, right?
For real. Also, Gonzalez just such an amazing player to watch. Like, you can tell that she has just confidence rolling out of her every time she moves, every time she does anything. And so she's just such an amazing player to watch.
Parker serves. It's match point here for the Lady Buffs. Contreras sets Hurtado. They keep it alive. Carpenter. Both teams off right now, and the point's going to go to the Tigers. Good hustle by ECU. Still match point.
West Texas fans getting excited right now.
Carpenter with the pass. Parker puts it up in the middle, and the touchdown from Tatum Stowe.
What a smooth play to end this off on.
And that will finish the match. Lady Buffs win it 25-13 in set number 4. So you look at the way the match played out, 25-16, 25-23. Lady Buffs dropped set number 3 by just 2 points, 23-25. And then they finish out set number 4, 25-13. And West Texas A&M going to change that 34 to a 35. A 35-1 record here at home in the box over the last 3, now moving into the fourth season for WT. Willa, just quickly your impressions. First for East Central, and then in the losing effort going down 3-1, and then what you saw from WT.
I mean, East Central started off a little less confident. I mean, how can you not be? You're going against the number 1 team in the nation. It's a little bit intimidating, but they did not let that loss slide. They came back, only lost by 2. They were like, we can do this.
Yeah.
We've got this. They got a little confidence. They came, they demolished in the 3rd set, and then, on the West Texas A&M side, they were like, we can't let that stand.
Yeah, it was a great response in the 4th set, wasn't it?
Yes, absolutely. It's exactly what Coach Potts probably wanted to see. It's exactly what the girls needed. The response on their defensive side, is definitely what they needed in response to that last game. So West Texas, even though they lost that 3rd set, didn't get to do a sweep, they definitely were able to come back and bring it home for them.
Final statistics, just individually for East Central. Odalise Gonzalez, 20 kills, hit 244 for the match, also had 11 digs and 3 blocks. Emma Strickland, 13 kills, hit 158, 7 digs, 2 blocks. Leading the way with 18 digs was the libero Macy McCamus. In the assist department, the 2 setters both did their job. Brooke Sarahina, 18 assists. Julia Kabala, 19 assists. She also had 6 digs. On the other side for West Texas A&M, we talked about it a lot throughout the match. So many different players that were outstanding. Tatum Stowe leads the way in kills with 11 to go with her 4 blocks, 3 digs. Emma Becker, 10 kills, 4 digs, 2 blocks. Tori Miller starts her season off with 10 kills, hitting 152, 7 digs, 2 blocks. Carly Evitz, welcome to Buff Nation officially this season. 8 kills, hit 261, served 5 aces, and had 5 blocks and 3 digs. She was all over the court. Bryn Wright, also a great start for Bryn. 7 kills, hit 263. Cammie Jones, 5 kills, and also had 2 digs and 1 block. Leading the way for the Lady Buffs in digs, Briley Contreras had 19 digs, also had 3 assists. Ainsley Malice with 24 assists, and Blair Moreland pitched in 17 assists from the setter position. Lady Buffs win it in 4 over East Central, and they start 2023 off on the right foot, 1-0 for the number 1 ranked team in the country. We'll have your next match coming up at 2 o'clock, and it'll feature St. Mary's against Adams State. For Willa Bracken, I'm Lucas Kinsey saying thanks so much for watching the second match of the day. We're back with more starting at 2 o'clock. St.